fuck out of him.
Actually, we never told anyone this. But, fuck it. I guess we're gonna put it on the internet now.
On the podcast, bro. I thought I was pissing. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of our new podcast, International Idiots. We are your co-hosts, Hariz.
Daniel Shapano.
So, Daniel, why don't you tell everyone, about yourself and how we got to know each other?
Well, when did we meet, bro? Third grade, was it?
Yeah, 2008.
2008. And we're sitting here in 2022 recording a podcast. That's kind of crazy.
And you're still ugly as shit, dog.
You're still skinny.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. All right, anyways. So, yeah, we met back in third grade. And then, we had our ups and downs throughout, I would say throughout high school. Not so much elementary school, but definitely throughout high school, We'll get into that later. That's pretty juicy stuff, how our friendship started.
Very, very.
But yeah, we met in Malaysia, hence the name International Idiots. We grew up here together with a bunch of other boys, obviously, who'll eventually be guests on this podcast. But,
knock on wood.
Knock on wood, baby. But yeah, so that's how we kind of met. And we can get into the juicy stuff later. Let's, what about you,
Name's Hariz.
So fucking odd.
Just moved around a lot as a kid. Was born in Paris. Moved to Dubai, Tokyo. That was my favorite place. Then Malaysia, where I'm from. And then I moved to New York for a year. Back to Dubai. And then back to Malaysia for high school, where I reconnected with him, all the rest of the folks. And then I went to college in Rutgers University, New Jersey. Shout out Scarlet Knights. But, I'm back here in Malaysia. I don't know for how long, but, we're both here, and we're just like, fuck it, let's start a podcast,
I feel like I kind of need to do an introduction like that, I just started talking a little bit about school, like, you talk about your whole life and shit, All right.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, so yeah. So I was born in Germany, lived there till I was 5, moved to Dallas, lived there till I was 7, and that's when I moved to Malaysia when I was in 2nd grade. And I stayed here till 5th grade, where I then moved away to China for 2 years. And after that, moved back to Malaysia, where I graduated high school from 8th grade till senior year. And then I moved back to Texas, went to Texas A&M, Giga Mags, baby. Fuck you, Rutgers.
All right,
yeah.
Go on.
Anyways, best school in the South, baby. But anyways, that's beside.
You don't have much competition, but okay.
Oh, and you do?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Who's your competition, bro?
Penn State, bro.
Oh, wow.
We're rivals, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Penn State.
Who you got? Alabama.
Well, we got UT.
UTI?
LSU.
UTI?
We have some of that too,
Alright. What else?
And yeah, so I'm about to graduate. I've got one more semester. And Harris and I were just on the phone the other day where, what? Fuck it, bro. Why don't we just start a podcast?
Yeah, no, we thought, our conversations were good enough. They're always, jumping from topic to topic. Always talking about random shit. And the most personal shit to, the most hot takes. Stay tuned. You are gonna hear a lot of hot takes.
You either gonna love us, or you're gonna hate us.
Yeah.
There's no between. We're warning you, And if you hate us, well, there's one simple answer to that: fuck off.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, shit, bro. You don't need people that don't fuck with us watching.
That's true. That's true. We got a lot of haters,
Fueled by the haters, though,
Got a lot of fans too.
Yeah.
But so my first memory of us becoming friends. Actually, no.
What is your earliest memory of our friendship?
I remember we were just vibing recess type shit when we used to have snacks in the Ziplocs and shit.
Yeah, sit outside
we
the
had
class.
these stingy motherfuckers that had the most bussin' snacks ever. The imported shit, imported shit from the US.
They had fruit roll-ups.
Yeah,
they had Jolly Ranchers, and they would pawn that shit. They'd be like, yeah, man, here, I'll give it to you for a ringgit, which that's a quarter, bro, if you really think about it, but.
No, that reminds me though. That reminds me of when we were trading match attacks. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but
I know where this is going.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Trading cards for soccer, football. They were really hot back in the day. Used to have Ronaldo, everyone in the Premier League and shit in England, and I'm not going cap.
Yeah, you had a busted.
I had a busted. I spent a lot of my mom's money on that shit, you know. And then I got 100 clubs, right?
Yeah. You had all the 100 clubs, bro.
I did.
You had the 100 clubs from every single team, bro. You had them all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, like Ronaldo.
Man in the match, you had them all, bro. And they were like different colored cards, you know. So as a little kid, I was like, shit, that looks pretty damn cool.
How did not get pussy back then?
I mean, we were in 3rd grade. We barely knew how our dicks worked back then, anyways.
It's true. But anyways, my earliest memory of my earliest memory is when you came and like our friends like Aiden and Amin and all that used to come over for sleepovers on the weekends and shit.
Yeah.
But my first like notable memory of this motherfucker as an individual was, what was it? You stole.
I can tell this story pretty good because I remember.
You know, you go for it because I want to see your point of view. I've never actually gotten like your point of view, your fucking 3rd grade spiky hair point of view out of it.
So, I didn't have shit. Like, I've always been unlucky. Like, I would go spend a lot of my dad and mom's money as well on these match attacks, just like him. He would get man of the matches, 100 clubs, the most desired cards in the game, right?
Yeah.
You know what I would get? Duplicates. Shitty-ass cards. People from, like, teams no one cares about, bro. So I was like, you know what, bro? Why don't I just steal this guy's cards? You know? He left them open in the very front pocket of his bag in a giant Ziploc bag. So I was like, damn. You know? They're sitting right there. So I remember I was like, okay, I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, but was I like a dickhead? Was I like an asshole like showing off of them, or was
Yeah, you were kind of.
Was I like kind of humble with it?
No, you were not humble with it, bro.
No?
You're like, I got another 100 club. You want it? I'm psyched. No. You were like, I'll trade you. I'll wait. You don't have anything I want. So I was like, yeah, really? All right, I see.
All right, you were one of the peasants though. You had
I was one of the
jack
peasants.
shit. You know?
Until I stole your cards, and that was, on the top, very briefly.
Very briefly.
So I take the cards out of his backpack. It was open, I was like, oh, this is stupid, I took the cards. Then this guy starts crying. I remember.
I cried?
You cried, bro, like a little bitch.
I did not. I don't cry, bro. I don't cry like that.
3rd grade, you did, bro. Well, I can't find my match attacks. I think someone stole them. I'm like, oh, shit. The teacher's like, all right, no one leaves this classroom until Harris's match attacks are found. I'm like,
all right, but that's some like OG shit. That's some like G shit.
And I'm literally sitting there like, oh shit, I'm fucked. Because they were in my band. I was like the notorious troublemaker back then. Like literally anything that went wrong in this classroom, Daniel, go to the office. Some kid ends up crying while she's making copies of our homework. Daniel, office. I'm like, well, all right. First person whose bag she checks, me. Guess what she finds? His match attacks. I'm like, she's like, how'd you get these? I was like, I don't know. I couldn't make up. I didn't know how to lie back then,
Still don't.
It's like they ended up in my bag, I guess, They walked across or something. And then, so I got sent to the office yet again. And I don't know, what was your reaction when you were probably like, oh yeah, my cards, I got them back.
Dude, you were like a dickhead, bro. If you stole my match, dude, that's enemy territory, bro. I had a grudge on you type shit. Was I like fucking with you though, like in like elementary school or what?
I don't know. I think we were cool, but I don't think we were like close.
But I always had like the fucking like thought in my back of the head, like, oh,
you always,
fucking
like,
kid.
Dude.
All right, we're gonna pull up a photo of how he looked back then. All right.
We'll put it in.
You cannot tell me that this kid did not look like a fucking menace.
Yeah, it was.
All right, yeah. Props to your glove.
I think another notable story that we haven't talked about is, remember your sleepover at your house, where me and someone got into a fight in the middle of your living room?
Yeah.
It was so...
Was it Aiden?
Yeah.
I mean, what happened?
I don't even know how it started. I think he kicked me or some shit. We were playing soccer in your living room. And I got like
in an apartment?
I guess.
Yeah. Spade, okay.
But anyways, like, I got kicked in the ass, and I didn't fuck with it. I was like, hell no. So I kicked the person closest to me who I thought did it, right? He kicks me back. I'm like, oh shit, it's on, bro. So then, like, I just tackled him, and then, like, we started wrestling and shit. And then I eventually got the better of him. Started, like, beating the fuck out of him. Until his parents came and, like, separated it.
Was this not after, like, a pool party? Like, swimming?
Yeah, we had a pool party at yours. We were in the
Bro, okay. This sounds weird. This is mad sus. I'm not gonna lie. My memory of that was my mom, like, stopping you guys from fighting.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was after, like, you guys swam or, like, you guys took a shower or something, but, like, she was separating you two and you both were butt-ass naked. I, like, actually remember
I don't remember that.
I don't know. Wait. I'm not so...
Nah.
I swear.
So you're saying we just got into a fight, my balls were out. There's no way.
No, you weren't fighting. Like, I think you guys were fighting, you guys were crying or something. And, like, back in the day, like, when you cry, like, go take a shower, like... clean it up. Like, you know, girls in like fucking still like in high school and shit, they fucking have a meltdown, and then they're like, the teacher's like, go to the bathroom and wash your face type shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I hated those bitches, bro.
They cried about everything,
yeah.
bro.
Like,
they cried about everything.
Yeah. I wonder how those girls turned out. Actually, we know some. But
they didn't turn out too good, bro.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't exactly get too hardened by the society, I would say, you know.
They were always just given like consolation prizes and just easy ways out.
Yeah, pity. They would just cry and get everything they wanted.
Yeah.
To be a woman. Anyways.
That's sneaky slipping.
Anyways. Let's talk a little like that. That was like early origins, you know, like the villain origin story. Like I think the more juicy stuff of my friendship, where it really started to grow, was high school, you know. So you came back what, in 9th grade?
I came back 9th grade from Dubai.
Okay, so like let's
and I knew like some of the kids from like that was still chilling there. They've been there from elementary school or like you know like middle school. Like people would tag each other on Facebook, and I'd kind of get to know them. I'd add them as friends, so I'd see them in person. 9th grade. I think 9th grade and 10th grade were like peak, like you and me, like.
Yeah, because we were the ones that got picked on back then. It was me and you.
Yeah.
Like I think we bought because you know the rest of our friends, they like to bully us, you know. And obviously, I'll look at myself back then. I was like, shit, man, I would have bullied me too, you know, like. But I think that's kind of what got us a little closer. Is like the fact that we're like, yeah, man, fuck that guy, you know. He's a dickhead, man, you know. And then from there, it kind of switched because I started to, you know, not get bullied as much.
You became the bully
of you.
Yeah.
Not really of anyone. Well, I mean, not really anyone else. You know, a few people. You know, the weird kids and stuff. You know, but they deserve it, bro. Like they're like you can't like look at some some certain people we went to high school with and be like, yeah, that kid's cool. Like now they ask for it, bro. You know, it's like they ask for it, and I just put a little bit of flames in the fire. You know, that's really how.
Okay. But let me tell you like my point of view. Like you being my bully.
Okay.
So I have a couple stories, right? First one was PE. We had a rock climbing unit. I don't know if that's like a thing in other places, but like we had a climbing wall outdoors. And this is like when we were like cool with each other, friends. We're like, he teased me.
Grade?
It doesn't really matter at this point, bro. Like
9th. It was 9th.
Fuck, I don't know how you remember.
It was Tasso.
Yeah, but we were always cool. You'd always tease me a little bit, like you'd be the big motherfucker. Oh, we have a guest.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
You want to introduce him?
It's my cat Tom. You know, I don't know if you can see him.
Take him.
You can hear him.
Grab him.
Scratch me, bro. We'll get into that later. That's a whole topic. Dogs, cats, whatever. Anyways,
but yeah, we're rock climbing. I'm scared of heights. I make it to the top because I'm nice with it. I make it to the top.
It took him like 10 minutes to make it to the top.
Bro,
man's acted like he scaled it in 30 seconds. Okay.
Alright, you didn't either, bro. You were weighing like 200 pounds, bro.
Yeah, I know. I got it in like a minute. 60 seconds flat from bottom to top. Yeah, man. I was like Spider-Man out there.
So yeah, I was climbing the wall. I made it to the top and everything, and he's the guy that's belaying me. So like he's the one like pulling the slack and shit. Make sure there's not too much slack, and then when you lower, you have to like slowly like.
I remember that.
Ease into it. You gotta ease it.
I had a little clip on the side, and I would like control the speed, and like 3 feet at a time or something.
Like I'm scared of heights, right? And I make it to the top. I ring the little bell. Get a little hard on. With all the girls watching. Yep.
Oh, Hariz.
Yeah. Well, I was nice with it. Yeah, okay. I ring the bell. I'm like, all right, time to drop. Or whatever the fuck the term was. It was like
lowering.
Yeah, lowering. Right, and this motherfucker. He's slowly easing into it. I'm like, I. And then he drops me. Like what?
10 feet?
10 feet, 10, 15 feet.
Bro, I dropped you from like 3/4 of the way. Like you literally ended up like maybe 6 feet off the ground. Like you could have just jumped.
Bro, I don't fuck with heights like that, too. Like I don't think you.
I remember this. I remember because I looked up and I looked at whoever was the assistant belay. I was like, check this out. I dropped you halfway down the wall.
It was Keegan. It was our friend
Keegan. Okay, I mean that's why. Bro, me and Keegan were like menacing. You know.
So he drops me like 15 feet. While I'm yelling that, I yell, "Fuck you!"
And all the principal, headmaster, they're all having lunch.
Keep in mind, this rock climbing wall is right in front of like this little cafe where all the faculty would chill, eat their fucking salad and shit.
Their coffee, bro.
Yeah. God damn, their breaths, bro. I swear.
What?
Teachers. Well, I swear, once they pass like 35, they don't give a shit about their fucking like oral hygiene.
They drink like 3 coffees a day,
and then they eat the most like crazy salads, bro. Hella dressing,
like oil and vinaigrette with Thousand Island, mix it with a little bit of mayo and shit, and then they'll top that bitch off with a latte. And then they'll come and be like,
they go over your shoulder.
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah. Fuck away from me, bro.
What does this? What do you think this means?
Bitch, get them like, bitch, the only thing I know what means is you need some toothpaste.
Facts, bro. Nah, I don't know, bro. Like, they gotta get that shit checked or some shit, bro.
Yeah.
No, they don't give a fuck, bro. Once they're that age, they don't give a fuck.
I mean, they think they're married, you know, they go home. See, that's what I'm saying, though, about a lot of people, though. They just, like, they get to a point in their life where they're comfortable, and they just let themselves go. Like, I mean, bro, like, come on, bro. It's something as simple as, like, get a little Listerine strip. You're done. Good breath.
I mean, I don't
think
that's not on their priority, bro. Because like, they don't care what students think of them. You know?
Yeah, I mean, do they not
like, think about
self-respect, you know? Like,
I don't think they give a shit, bro. They care about, like, self-respect and, like, you know, their reputation among, like, other teachers and shit. I don't think they give a shit about little fuckers that can't even grow a fucking pube yet, you know?
I had a lot of pubes back then.
Jesus. When'd you start?
I would say 6th grade. Like in 5th grade, I had a little soul patch above my
No, wait. This is a genuine question because I don't remember when I first got pubes, but like, did it start off as just like one hair type shit, or was it just like? Because my
nipples was like one hair, so I used to just take my tweezers and be like, fuck off.
And then just go back.
And then there'd be like 2. And I was like, okay, shit.
But like
the next time there'd be 4. It was like exponential growth. I was like,
was it like with like puberty maturity? Like I try to remember, but I really don't. I think it was just filled with copious amounts of porn. I'm not gonna lie.
What
like puberty? Like 7th grade was.
When did you start watching porn?
Like 7th grade, bro. It was bad. I lived in Dubai, right? And everyone's like pretty like Muslim and shit, right? And I had a friend who was also Muslim, but he was white. And
he put you on?
No. I figured it out myself, bro. I'll never forget the first ever website I went on was xfuckers.com. That sounds so.
It's always the free one. That's what you type.
It was the one with that. I didn't figure out VPNs either.
You type in Google naked girls having sex, and then that's what comes up.
Yeah. So you know this website wasn't blocked. You know VPN. I didn't figure out VPN yet. First ever VPN, Hotspot Shield. Hotspot Shield, OG. You know it deserves its flowers.
Yeah.
But you know I go on this website, fucking. So sus, bro. It probably gave my computer like hella viruses and shit, right? And yeah, like it just kind of went ham on. It's off now. It's off the internet. I try and go. Xfuckers.com is off the internet. Maybe it had some sus shit on it, but like I'm kind of disappointed because a couple years ago I'm like, you know, I just want to take it back to the good old days. You know, go back on xfuckers.com.
Find the very first video you
Samantha Saint, bro. Samantha Saint.
Yeah, if you remember, I don't remember, bro. I think the first video I ever watched, like. I don't know how I stumbled across it. Like, I don't know what was going through my head. Like, I really wish I do. That's one memory that I don't... But I do remember where I was. I was sitting in the office of, like... The office
Your
was...
house?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, jeez. I thought you were like office in school, bro.
Imagine, the principal's right there. I mean, to be fair, I did pull up it on, like, on a plane.
Yeah.
That was just a joke. Yeah. No, I had it... Oh. So how did I get it on the plane? Then I remember I had it downloaded.
Yeah, you were weird with that.
That was weird. I mean, shit, for no Wi-Fi situations like that.
Yeah, but you saved full video, bro. It was like 40 minutes.
I just let it play, bro. It's not like I was sitting there, like, you know, I just...
So you cut through it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it gets boring, like, gives, like, you know,
thing.
he's eating around, and it's, like, 9 minutes of it. You don't watch...
I would always cut that out,
like, you know, like... You know, wait, it's weird. Do you ever get, like, turned on from, like, scenes where a guy eats a girl out?
No.
I feel like that turns people on, like, some guys on.
Some, but, like... Honestly, when I first...
What do you get out of it, though? Like, maybe in
like,
person,
bro,
in real life, sure.
I only watch the, like, cuts or, like, where I can see the least amount of guy. Like, I don't fucking see
what if it's a scene of, like, back shots, but it's, like, guys in the first, like... You know what I'm saying? It's, like, of the ass, right? But the guy's ass is there, and he's delivering the best back shots.
What do you mean the best back shots?
Like, he's rocking her shit, right? But you see his asshole and his butt hair and shit.
Nah. Like, I
find another video.
Like, For me, like, I literally have to have it where it's just like it's either like lesbian porn bussin', or like it's like where it's just a girl. Like, and I don't see the guy, not even his face. I can't. Like, I don't want to see that shit.
You have to see dick, right?
I mean, unfortunately.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Okay.
Okay.
We got that clear.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh, puberty, right?
Yeah.
So, bro, I'm just going through like, bro, think about it like figuring out the world of porn, right?
Oh, that was
like
crazy.
the first video, and you're like, wow, this is crazy, bro. Oh, keep in mind, circling back to what I was saying, right? It's like taboo back then, like back there, right? Yeah. And I started developing this like pretty borderline addiction. I don't know if it's an addiction. It's probably an addiction because of like the actual definition of what an addiction is, but like, you know, like as a kid, like you just can't stop. It's like
as a kid,
2 or 3 times.
What else are you supposed to?
And you're just shooting blanks at first, you know.
Nah, bro, I can hear. That's another thing I want to ask you. Like, if you could go back to the first time you ever jerked off.
Yeah.
Because I personally regret it because I was so confused.
Yeah.
I thought I was pissing. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I swear to God, I was so confused. So I cut it off. I probably think about it. I was like, you were funny. Yes. That was 13 years of built up nut that I wasted, bro. Think about that for a second. I thought, oh shit, I'm peeing. Fuck, cut it off.
Damn, you cut it off like you stopped.
Like one. That was it.
Dude, that's some serious like self-control.
I don't know how, bro.
Bro, I mean,
think about that.
Holy shit!
Dude, like I was so confused, bro. You know what
I feel you.
I literally thought it was because it was pitch dark as well. You know, like
it's dark.
Oh, I was going to bed, right?
I mean your shit was dark.
No.
No. Yeah.
So you know how like it was like pitch dark. I'm like in 7th grade. I'm like, you know, like having a little boner. I'm like, fuck, dude. You know, I start like, you know, just playing with my dick, and it starts to feel really good. So I'm like, holy shit, fuck. Oh. And then I thought that's when I thought I think I was peeing. So I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know? And then, so yeah, I mean, like I wasted that experience, bro. Like imagine if I knew what was good and just fucking let it rip, bro. That's 13 years of built up like nut.
I'm not gonna lie. The first ever times I like did it, it was clear. Like my nut was clear. Because I remember watching porn. I'd see like the cum shot,
but it was
the money shot, right? It'd be like white and shit. And, like people would joke around, you know, middle school. Everyone's like the white shit, you know, and like people would joke around. So like you kind of got the idea of what like nut looked like.
Yeah.
And when I was doing it, it was clear, but like it built over time. Like it started developing the white color over time and shit. But alright, I've never told anyone this. But fuck it, I guess we're gonna put it on the internet
on
now.
the podcast, bro.
I used to jerk off. So imagine this is like your dick, right? You know, most people go like this, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For like,
do not tell me you were going this.
For 2 years.
No.
For 2 years. You know why? Because I would like see scenes of like back shots and shit, right? And like,
you thought you were doing doggy style or some shit?
it would kind of mimic it, bro. And I put it against like the wall, and I literally
would fuck a wall.
My hand. No, I don't fuck a wall.
What? So you're telling me you just?
Yes. And it worked. It worked.
I mean, to each their own, you know, like.
Bro, it fucking worked, you know.
For the longest time, I used to use my left hand, and then I broke my wrist, and I was like, wow. So I had to use this hand.
Yeah.
And that was weird.
That's your dominant hand, though, right?
Yeah, it was weird, but I was trying to develop the other hand, you know, forearm strength and shit.
No way you gave a fuck about that shit back then.
I did, bro.
Actually?
No, not really. I was just fat and happy, bro. I think about it, bro. I used to eat pancakes, like, with syrup and peanut butter, like 3-4 times a week, bro. Like, there was a point...
like, bro, like, you can't cringe
There was a point in, like, I would say... I think it was 7th grade. No, 6th grade. Because I was getting bullied because I couldn't do a push-up. I swear to God, all my friends would bust out, like, you know, 5 to 10 or some shit.
I mean, yeah. No,
and then I get down there, I go down, and then...
Bro, I swear in middle school, there's always been, like, built motherfuckers, but always, like, fit motherfuckers.
Yeah, but look at those motherfuckers now. They look like basic-ass bodies, bro.
True. That's mad true.
90% of them, right now, look like not like shit. They're still young, but they don't have a built body
because
anymore.
they were born with it, right?
Exactly.
They naturally built it, but people who like went through the grind of either from skinny to fit or fat to fit,
or
like you just keep going because you saw the result.
I think there's always a spark. I think you got bullied for being skinny,
So that's an understatement.
You know, yeah. And I got bullied for not being able to do push-ups. I was like, man, fuck these guys, you know? I see every single one of them to this day. Like, I mean, it sounds cocky to say, but like, bro, I look like better than like they're not on my level.
You always had like raw strength.
I guess.
I think it would. Fuck. We're gonna mute this word, but I'm pretty sure it was like strength. Yeah, you know strength.
Yeah, but like, come on now.
Like back in the day, bro, like you used to be able to lift like crazy ass weights to like for a ninth grader, but like you were also like crazy, you know. You were always like reckless and like.
Yeah. I mean, bro, if you think about it, back in like 9th or 10th grade, I could curl like 40, 50 pounds.
Exactly, and
that's kind of crazy.
That's probably.
Yeah.
Because like you didn't build that strength like from training.
Well, I did like train, you know, like the 20s and 30s. Like I built it up. Like I started, like I would say I started working out, not like consistently on a strict plan, but like I would lift weights. I'd like my compound in China had like a gym. Me and my friends would go there, fuck around. Like I'd lift, you know, like the 15s. And back then, all I did was, you know, bicep curls. Like I didn't even do chest, bro. Obviously didn't do legs.
How the fuck was living in China? I feel like we joke around with you
like,
OD about it, but like,
it was actually such a great time, bro.
What is it like? Does it remind you of like Malaysia?
No, it's
like,
not completely.
Because like, bro, everything's like restricted or banned.
But we didn't give a shit. We were like 6th grade, 7th grade. So like to us, like
yeah, but like Google, bro.
I didn't give a shit about Google, bro.
No shot, bro.
What am I gonna do?
So what'd you use?
We had
what was the search? What was the search? What search engine you used?
Google. We were like right across the bay from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
In Shenzhen, we could take a ferry. So my school, our compound. Like
you would take a ferry to Google?
No, bro. We had Hong Kong servers. We connected to Hong Kong.
Oh, okay,
it was like
okay.
VPN, and we would connect to Hong Kong.
Damn.
So we had like Google, all that shit, porn.
Yeah.
Porn. But like, what I loved about it is think about it. Like, imagine all the boys like, you know, from high school. Obviously, like Bryce lived in Tropicana. You know, we didn't exactly live in the same area.
Everyone lived in the same compound.
Everyone, bro. One compound. Like I could walk. Like my best friend in China. You met him in New York, Yara.
Yeah.
He lived 4 houses down from me, and it was the same layout, like cookie cutter houses. So he didn't like literally. I walked into his house. I was like, "This is my house," and that was kind of crazy because like you know you see how every family like sets up their shit. I was like, "Oh, we have our couch here. We got it here."
Yeah.
You know.
But have you ever been to like a friend's house where it's like whack ass layout? Like,
bro, I love
whack ass, bro.
I loved Yaro's house, bro, because we had like a room, I would say about this size, maybe a little, like probably from like the start of the couch here to like over there, where like it was just like a one, and it was on like the floor, me and him, like we had our bedrooms on the same floor. Okay. Like the master, like these were 4-level houses, so the master bedroom was like on the top level, then 3rd floor was like kitchen and like office and, you know, living room. Below was like 2 rooms, and then a 3rd room, which is like this, you know? And bro, he put in like a projector and like he had couches. It was like a man cave, literally. So I'd go to his house, bro, and literally me and him like would play, like back then it was like, I think it was
COD.
Yeah, it was MW3, bro.
Did you have your own shit or did you always go to his to play?
I had my own shit, but like I had a little tiny TV, so like we would go and like we played Infected. Or no, what was that? What was the Survival, bro? We used to, it was like zombies, but with like actual, you know?
Players?
Yeah, it was like MW3, it was called Survival.
But
it was a co-op, you know, so me and him would play together. Split screen.
Yeah.
And on a giant projector, bro.
Yeah.
That's besides the story, you know. Obviously, we had our compound had a soccer field, football field, whatever we want to call it, you know. A pool right next to it, a gym upstairs. It was a shitty gym, granted. But back then, I didn't need a squat rack. I just needed some like 20-pound dumbbells, you know.
Facts.
And then like it was just like a giant like there was a hill like up to more houses. So we used.
Like, that sounds lit, but did it seem like it was part of, like, a fucking, like, dystopian society?
No, because we could leave like, it wasn't, like, restricted, like, you know, like, motherfuckers who grew up in Saudi, they, like, were restricted to their compound. They can't leave.
I didn't know that. That's some Hunger Games.
Like, outside the compound is, like, Saudi Arabia. Like, inside is, like, America. They have a grocery store, all, you know, that's what...
Yeah.
But yeah, we could leave the compound. There was, like, another, like, we could take, it was safe, very safe. So we could take the metro to, like, there was a theme park. So we would take the train, go to a theme, we'd lock up our bikes right by the metro, go to the theme park, like chill there all day. There was a place like a McDonald's, a Dunkin' Donuts. We get like ice cream, you know, all that shit.
China was not like that, bro.
Yeah, bro. Then we go back and play like soccer, and then we play cops and robbers. But the whole compound was like our field or like our zone.
Did you only play with kids that are like in your school, or did you make friends with like people in like your compound and shit?
There was really only like 2 schools.
Oh,
So it was just like my school and like a few kids from the other school. So we would literally play cops and robbers with like literally the whole compound. Like obviously we'd have like zones where you don't go, but like dude, the whole like our games would last like hours, till everyone was caught. And it was pretty fucking cool, bro.
Yeah.
We had a building of like apartments where we menaced like we would literally ding dong. We would each take a door, and then one person would ding dong dish, run, and then as soon as he got like next to you, you ring yours. We'd do the whole hallway, and we'd all sprint. We had a system. We'd all sprint to the end. And then at the same time, we'd see all these like Chinese people like poking their heads out, and they're like, what the fuck just happened, you know? Like they'd be like poking their heads out, and then they're just us, like little 6th and 7th graders.
Yeah. I mean, those are the days, bro. Like,
yeah.
You know, like that's some like old school menace shit, you know.
That's why I loved it, bro.
Yeah,
it was just stuff like that. It was just like 2 years of that as well. Like I barely did schoolwork. I'd do like my 1 page of math homework and then go out and fuck around.
I feel like that is super similar to like when I lived in Dubai then.
Yeah.
Like super similar, except like besides the compound shit, everyone lived like from place. Like there were compounds, but like I lived in my own shit and like.
But like you come to each other's.
Yeah. Most of my friends would come to my crib. It was like pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We had a pool and shit. And
exactly.
Yeah. I feel like that shit is like such a like that temporary like period.
Underrated, bro.
It's underrated, but it's definitely like a unique experience for like third culture kids.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like people in the States, they don't like they go to like the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Or like the community.
Like it's kind of weird to imagine people that grew up in like their same town up until like high school, and they go to like 10 miles down. I don't know, like 50 miles down to go to college. You know, like a different college.
Like
right?
they're
but like
out.
they're used to like the whole town, like every inch of their town, like their whole life. That's crazy.
Everything is in their little like they're not even their county, bro.
Yeah.
Like they have like I guess like I wouldn't know, but I would assume like if we were like grew up in Texas, our hangout would be like we go to like a bowling alley. You know, we go to Main Event.
Yeah.
Just down the road, or like we go to each other's cribs, just because you got to think like here we grew up. A taxi was 13 ringgit.
Yeah.
You know, there like you're not gonna get a little 12-year-old in a taxi. It's just it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, the U.S. sucks, but yeah.
Like to grow up, bro. Like you can't drink till you're 21, bro.
No, I feel bad for the people that grew up in like small ass towns, but like their landmarks were just like Al Snow Cone or like fucking like, you know, it's
there's the local Dairy Queen. Like,
yeah. And then meanwhile we're fucking like I don't mean to like boast or brag or anything, but we literally grew up in like crazy ass parts of the world.
Yeah, bro, we would literally like take a sports trip to Cambodia, bro, or like people like, or you know, like we'd be in Singapore for a weekend, you know.
Yeah.
But that's how as we got older. I'm talking about like elementary, like you know, like we were just middle school, bro. Like we were like, bro, we were what 12, 13, 14, and we were literally taking taxis around town to go. Like, probably do the same shit like bowling, but like we'd fuck around in the malls.
Literally, like there was no sense of like danger. I don't know.
No, we never thought like we're gonna get kidnapped. You know, like it was just like, yo, we link it at the 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven at E-Curve, bro.
Oh.
We walk all the way through the mall, past Bubba Gums to the.
Fuck, I miss Bubba Gums.
I know, bro. That was one of those things when they closed that actually kind of hit me in a hard spot because like, bro, like
do they still have Bubba Gums here? Like some locations, right? They just don't hit the same.
I don't know. That one in the Curve.
And the fucking light up cups.
Yeah.
Wow.
We used to be like, we would literally go to Bubba Gums and munch, go to get a boost for dessert, go bowl and fuck around in the arcade, and then we'd go sneak into the movies.
Yeah.
That was crazy. We literally watched every movie that day that was in the theater for free.
What did we watch? Do you remember? There's no way you fucking.
That was a while ago, bro. I don't know what movies were out back then, but I just remember there was it was busted. It was a good movie. It was a good summer for movies. And that was the summer where just me and you were here. Everyone else was like back in their home country.
Yeah, to put it in context, most of our friends are third culture kids. So third culture kids are kids that grew up in a bunch of different places, and like they could include like their home country and shit, but they just moved around a lot. So like there's a sense of like lack of identity and culture.
It's because like for us, a lot of I would say that a lot of what I kind of got hit with this when I came back to Kale during COVID. It was a weird like realization that came into my head. I was like, damn, like it don't feel the same here anymore. You know, like simply because it don't feel the same here because like I realized it was all the people that were here that like really made the place like special.
For sure. Like one thing I think, you know, if you're not a third culture kid, like the audience needs to like see is that we grew up in a bunch of like we're blessed to have lived in so many different countries around the world, you know? But like we were so used to like saying hi to new kids that would come in and saying bye to your best friends that we still haven't even seen sometimes.
It's kind of it's just
you know, and like, it's like I think the kids like your friends made up like the memories and shit, but like it's like an ongoing cycle of like every place we lived, and sometimes you would be like the kid that says bye and shit. I haven't seen like these kids till this day, you know, and I don't think I will.
Most of my friends in China, the only one I could say I honestly, I saw a few in Koh Samui.
Yeah. I
saw like, I would say, but
that's what makes it so cool.
But like,
it's a small world.
The fact that I could go to New York and hit up Yarrow. Like I'm in New York with like a guy having like the last time I saw him was Koh Samui, but besides Koh Samui, which was like our grad trip, so after we graduated, a lot of schools from Southeast Asia, even like China, everywhere we'll go like
to an island in
Thailand and just party, you know?
Yeah. For like fresh 18-year-olds,
that's crazy.
Bro, yeah,
like,
that's lit.
Like we would rent like villas,
and like kids our age, like in America, like they can't do that shit.
No,
they have their prom, their homecoming.
That's their
peak. That's like their peak like lit parts of high school. They have house parties.
Their shit was like after prom was like probably the most hyped event of their whole career.
Maybe one kid has a fucking party limo, party bus. Yeah. But like,
and then like you have these girls who are like, I lose my virginity on prom night. It's very, you know, like they made their boyfriend wait like from 9th grade till prom day. Like this guy's out here with the bluest balls. He's like, oh yeah, prom day, baby.
He's dressed up like all. He's in the same color as his prom day, like some baby blue suit, like
little flowers.
Yeah. Bro, honestly,
the man gets too drunk at after prom and can't get it up. Woo!
No, that would fucking suck.
Imagine you blue balled since 9th grade. You know your high school sweetheart, and out of nowhere, like after prom, like I don't know. That's just. I think that's a. I mean, I don't know. Like I'm theorizing here because I don't know.
Like I would say, like that's majority of most people that.
Like their grad trip is not what we did.
No,
like,
their grad trip was probably like take a road trip or go to another state or I don't know,
like Hawaii. I know a lot of like, and this is even I think even cooler than like Koh Samui, bro. Like our shit was cool. Like we had full moon party, you know. Yeah. European international schools go to Mykonos. They go to Greece, bro.
Okay, but European kids always give like
Middle Eastern,
rich dad vibes, you know. They always have a boat type shit.
But that's kind of crazy. Bro.
Nah, it is.
Imagine
but like, bro, I think we're in the middle of like.
Mykonos.
I think we're in the middle. I think like there was like the boring motherfuckers that were in small ass towns that peaked there, and then there was like kids that got to go around, and then we, like us, that got to like travel a little bit and like get lit in like cool ass fucking places like Thailand. Yeah. And then there's these fucking European fucks that are just like blowing through daddy's money. Going on yachts, you know, like we can't compare ourselves to that.
In the middle of Greece or
something. You know, like that's crazy. That's some shit that you peak in like your mid-20s type shit. I think that's like some crazy shit. But
because ours, like, if you think about how much we actually paid to go on our grad trip, it was really minimal.
Oh, dude, like
we probably paid a total of like $500.
Yeah,
I would
to
say
have like a
whole week worth of fun flights, drinks, food.
Yeah.
Transportation from like a villa.
Yeah, a fucking
a villa that overlooks like the ocean.
Yeah. Like, our own pool.
I remember getting there. Because we got there early when we took the plane. That bro. Little context here. So when we're planning our senior trip, you remember this? We're planning our senior trip, and it was literally like the difference of. What was it like? It was like a difference of like I think it was like 200 ringgit.
$50, yeah.
$50 difference.
Yeah.
between flying direct to the island out of Malaysia, or flying to another island in Thailand, taking a bus up the island,
Is it a boat after?
and then a boat to Koh Samui. Meaning they wake up at 5 a.m.
Just to get
there in the evening.
after us.
Yeah, we woke up at 9, had breakfast, drove took a
Wait,
taxi.
we go to your crib?
Yeah, we crashed here the night before.
So you, me, and
Varun.
okay.
I think
That's a whole different story. Yeah. I think we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, go on.
But we wake up, take a flight, meet our friend. Our friend Bryce, biggest clutch. He flew from the U.S. Bro.
Yeah, no, this
All
kid
the way
went to
to
high
Thailand.
school. He went to high school. He went to half the first 2 years of
Ninth
high
and 10th
school
grade. Well, I mean, he was here
in
he moved back
Malaysia.
to yeah.
And then he's from Texas, but he lived in Malaysia, right? And this kid literally takes a flight after his 12th grade in Texas across the world to Thailand. From Texas to Thailand. I don't think people can understand how crazy that is.
No, that's
just for a grad trip.
yeah. That was crazy.
Some people might call it fucking spoiled or privileged, but I don't know how to explain it. It's just from a person who's lived a life like this. It's something super surprising. It was super surprising that he pulled through, but that's the shit that you would see.
Yeah.
Yeah. People literally going across the world for a trip with your old friends from high school or whatever.
Yeah.
That's some crazy shit when you really put it in perspective.
And I remember we pulled up, met him at the airport. Insane. The fact that he even came.
Yeah.
We went to the grocery store. We bought food, water, drink, a case of beers. We get back and we're vibing by the pool.
Playing music.
Looking over the ocean, and then everyone else pulls up at 6 p.m.
Tired as shit.
We're let's go out, baby.
Yeah,
First night in Thailand. They're nah, man. Been traveling on and all to save $50 US.
Yeah.
Best decision of our life, honestly.
Yeah,
we had a whole extra day, but we even had longer on the last day because they left before us. Remember?
That's funny. That's
we
actually
had
funny.
more time.
Yeah.
I would say significant, a whole day.
Yeah.
We got there noon on the first day.
Damn. That place was lit.
I
miss it, bro.
It was
You
it was literally pure dopamine every day.
Yeah.
I wake up dopamine rush for the whole day.
I'm not gonna lie, I was super grateful I got the master bedroom. I was lucky. I was lucky to be the only one in our friend group that had a girlfriend. Just fucking dude, it was a nice ass master bedroom. We had our own bathroom.
I know. It was a nice bathroom.
And then a big ass tub and a shower.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how you finesse this, bro.
I didn't finesse, bro. Everyone was just listen, that's the only two people that need their own room. I'm not gonna stay with the boys if I have a girlfriend.
Yeah, but you could have easily had the back room where Rude and Reed were sleeping and also
I forgot. I don't even remember what that back room was.
It was pretty dark, and me and Bryce. I think me and Bryce had the second best room.
Yeah, that was pretty lit.
Because we opened up right by the pool and shit.
Yeah.
Those rooms that were on the top, the ones that Anna and Adra had, and then
That was kind of nice.
Where did Kevin sleep, bro?
The bottom was Mariah.
What do you mean the bottom?
Right in front of the pool.
No, that was our room. That was me and Bryce.
No, yours was on the side of the pool, in the long length of the pool. There was another room.
That ass?
Yeah. That was Kevin Mariah, I'm pretty sure.
I could have sworn there was 3 rooms on the top.
I don't fucking know,
Whatever.
bro. That's a blur, bro. It was lit. That's
That's bad. That's besides the story.
Thailand, if you're ever considering a place to go for holiday for a couple days and you don't want to break the bank, go to Thailand. Fucking cheap ass cost of living. There's always a party area going down. It's just cool, bro. And there's always, it's not gonna just be a bunch of locals. People around the world at any time of the year.
Yeah.
When it's not fucking pouring. But my friends from college, 2 of them, girls from Jersey, we're actually visiting Thailand in a couple weeks, which is mad cool.
Really?
They're, that's a trip for them.
Yeah.
They put months of planning into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool finally seeing people from the Western world. We've experienced the Western world, a lot of it, but we've experienced a lot of just all the parts of the world, Middle East, fucking East Asia. It's just
everything.
So like it's just a bunch of cultures that just fucking mix, bro.
And we were like, I mean, obviously we're lucky to have grown up that way.
Yeah, no. Like
I would also say it's a blessing and a curse, though, you know, because like when you go back to like the U.S. and there's like certain people you just can't relate to.
Yeah.
You know, you have there's just a disconnect between the personalities.
Oh, dude, don't even get me
simply
started,
because
bro.
like once you get past your basic bullshit small talk, which I absolutely hate. I'm sick of this shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm sick of this. Hey man, like where you from, bro? Oh, I'm from you know here, man. Like, oh shit, that's cool, bro. You know, like so what's your major? You know, it's just a bunch of like men.
I think it peaks at like when you ask about their school work, like their school like profile, and then like it's up to you if you want to pursue the conversation or you don't.
Like it gets to a point where it's just like two dudes like, or like you and a girl just trying to like you run out of shit to say, bro. Especially if the person's dry as fuck, which is the worst, bro. I've learned like that was something I used to like, especially I think not so much with guys because I'm like alright, fuck off, but with girls. I remember even in the past, if I thought a girl was attractive and she had the driest personality, like literally it was like talking to this table, I would still try and like pursue it. I'm like, so you know, like, what's your favorite color?
Yeah.
Huh? Is it yellow? You look like a
you look like a yellow girl, bro.
You know? I would still try and pursue the conversation, and then she'd be like, it's blue, and I'd be like, what's your favorite movie? You know, and why? Harry Potter.
It's just like you can't.
I liked it.
You can't ask like.
It's a two-way road.
Yeah, but like you can't ask like certain type of questions because like just like the way of like their upbringing, you know.
Yeah, I mean
that's like the one big thing with third culture kids. I ultimately think you always vibe best with other third culture kids.
100%, because it's like you have the same experiences in a different place.
Yeah.
Like
maybe same place, you just never knew.
Yeah, or like like bro, like
exactly.
Like, it was like Salama and Ernesto.
Yeah.
How was the dude across from me like in my freshman dorm gonna know someone I went to like elementary and middle school with here?
Yeah.
And they met in Qatar, bro. Like,
I don't know if I brought it up, but like TCK life is like it's hard because it's like around the world, but it's also such a small world type shit.
Yeah.
Like you will meet someone that were bro. Like I had a friend, Matthias.
Yeah.
Remember Matthias?
He went.
He went to elementary school with us in Malaysia, and then he became best friends with one of my friends from Dubai.
Yeah.
She was from Sweden, or Sweden / like Italy or some shit.
Yeah.
And they became best friends in Sweden.
Bro,
and I see them on my Instagram feed. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's fucking nuts, bro. Like people from two different like of your worlds in like different parts of your life just meeting together, and it's not like no moment, and you just see like just shit connects. It intersects, bro.
It's just like a web, bro. It's a spider web. Like you never know, you know.
Yeah.
Like, bro, Matthias, bro. So we were in when I was living in China, bro. We were at it was just like host schools, you know, like in a region, and we went to I forget what the school was called, but we went to a school in Guangzhou. And obviously, whenever we do sports tournament, we didn't get hotels in this. We would have host families, you know.
Okay.
Like you know, you'd stay in their house in their guest room, whatever.
Cool,
like you and like one of your friends from the team, so two of you, they host you, you know. So it's like you get to know the other teams. It was pretty cool.
Oh shit.
Versus just staying in a hotel, like, oh shit, man, look at that.
Yeah.
That's Patana, you know, like or like Patna, whatever. And then so we're meeting our host families. Guess who's my host family? Matthias, bro. I see Peter, his dad. Remember his dad?
Kind of.
And then I see Matthias right next to him. I'm like, no fucking way, bro.
That's crazy.
I was like, and me and him looked at each other. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, bro. I was like, holy shit, what's up, bro? Like, what I would have never expected, bro.
Have you ever reconnected with someone from like early life type shit? You reconnected them, but they're like a whole different person,
Yeah.
Because they never built like a personality back in like.
I mean, there's also certain kids that, you know, like, I would say, like, in third grade, my best friend, remember him, was Yoop.
Yeah.
I've never hit, I follow him on Instagram, but, if me and him were to see each other now, it would be awkward.
Yeah.
You know, we'd probably be like, oh, shit, was good, but we have not, like, seen or spoken to each other since we were, like, 9.
But that's also a good thing, because when you meet someone from, like, across the world that you have, like, a shared experience with, and you reconnect with them,
I guess you connect. I guess
it's a crazy, like, you can talk
a long catch up.
The catch up is like
it's like hours. Bro.
Yeah, like a lot of fucking conversation.
Yeah,
versus you meet someone, you reconnect someone from like your local town, you're like, how are you? You know, what you been up to? Oh, I started working down the road.
Yeah, I'm working at the gym. Go to school up the, an hour from here.
I married this girl. Like, maybe you know her. Like, that's literally it, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's hard to relate to them, but I'm
it's
not gonna
because
lie.
I see, like, you probably saw this as well. Like, they vibe so well with each other.
Yes, and I don't get it. I don't get the conversation they have. I don't get it.
So well, they're like, dude, you know Johnson from like 132 6th Street? And he's like, man, Johnson was like my favorite teammate on the baseball team. And I'm just like, I don't know Johnson. You know, it's just they have weird they're kind of like
dynamic. I don't get the dynamic they have.
They're like us. Like how we,
that's how we view them. And
they don't get our dynamic either. You know, they see our dynamic. They're like, dude, why are you talking about like Vietnam or like why are you talking about Dubai? Like, or you meet a girl at a party, you start talking. Like, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Austin. She looks at you. She's like, she looks at me. She goes, I'm from Austin. What about you? I'm like, oh yeah. So I actually grew up in Malaysia. She goes, this could be a dumb question, but is that in Africa? And that was one situation I couldn't keep a straight face. I started laughing. I just burst. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, did I say Malafrica? Like, bro, I said, like, you don't even have to be like, you don't have to know.
That's facts.
You don't have to know where Malaysia is. I'm like, fine. But if I say a name and it has Asia as the back part of the word, how the fuck are you gonna?
Yeah.
How's your brain gonna think? Yep, that's in Africa.
Yeah.
Like, it's gotta be close to the Congo somewhere.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was actually like dumbfounded. I was like,
I mean, there's people in the U.S. that don't know that there's 50 states, bro. Have you seen those videos where people like ask like people like
basics 52?
Yeah. Like I don't get that. I thought that was like common like fact.
Did they try and like play it off to like, well, Mexico's not a state?
Yeah. Like Cuba. Like
what about
Puerto Rico?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't. It's crazy the disconnect, bro. This is why like ultimately like. Leading back to like, you know, to wrap it up, like it's just like I can't, like I can date around and shit.
Yeah, 100%.
But like I genuinely believe like I need to like the girl I marry is gonna be the girl that like understand.
I think she has to be a third culture kid, bro.
I don't want to limit to that.
I don't think it has.
It would be ideal.
It would be ideal. But the reason I think it like I'm saying it has to. I'm not saying it has to. I want to have some faith that there's some girl that you might meet and maybe you go back to New York and I go back to and you meet like an open-minded girl.
It's open-minded, but it comes off as like it's more of like not communication, but you're telling your story and her story's bland as shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all ears, but like
I feel like
I don't care that you moved like from fucking Maine to fucking like New York. When you were 8.
Most of them didn't even do that. They might have moved counties. Oh, yeah. I had to change schools. Why? Oh, I moved from Pearland to, Cyprus.
Like, listen, I understand that, like, not everyone has, like, you know, the option, like, the opportunity.
I mean, it's also, like, if you look at the way the U.S. is, bro, that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. Stay tuned for another podcast.
As to why they, like, it's just some foreshadowing, but it's as to why I feel like it's not their fault. You know, like... Yeah. We'll get into that later. Like I could talk for hours on that, but yeah, it's just I feel like it has to be not has to be, but the reason it's going to be a third culture kid is because it's not going to feel like you're interviewing her, trying to get to know her, like trying to like teach her. Maybe she's open minded and you're trying to like educate her on like it's got to be a girl who just gets it, who understands like, oh shit, so you got a friend here who knows, it's. She gotta be part of the web, bro.
Yeah,
she gotta be.
I think if you're part of the web, I think if you're part of the web, it builds your character too.
I don't care if our parts of the webs don't connect. Yeah. But I want to get to know your part of the web. Yeah. And she probably wants to get to know my part of the web, like, because it's two different fucking.
Then I shoot my webs on her, bro.
Exactly, bro.
But like, yeah, it builds character. You know, they know how to like deal with like goodbyes.
Yeah,
independence.
That's huge, bro. Like being able, like, it's the shared experience. Like no one, like, you talk to anyone in the States. When have they ever had like literally 3 of their best friends walk into the room and be like, "Yeah, man, I'm leaving. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to see you again next." You remember 10th grade, bro?
Oh yeah, bro.
You remember like it was
the exodus, bro.
It was the mass exodus, bro. It was literally one day. Bryce, Ben, Alex.
Keep in mind, we had a fan group of like the boys.
7.
It was like. Like the boys. Like extendedly, it was like 10 of us.
Like if you don't count lads, if you count like, yeah, it was a
And
solid like 10 or
10
11.
or 11, right?
And
And
we
then
had like a big like we enough to make 2 like soccer teams.
Yeah.
Like probably 14. Like they bring like someone from a grade below.
yeah. But it would be like a domino effect. Like one kid would leave in the middle of the year.
Yeah, always
And
a
then-
Christmas. There was always a Christmas.
There was always
that one motherfucker who gave you the Christmas present.
Yeah.
Please, bro.
Yeah, never see them again. But then it
Most
follows
of them.
through towards the end of the year. Another kid leaves. But like, keep in mind, these are like your best friends, and you can't visit them like that. They didn't move fucking like states. They didn't move like counties. They moved continents, bro.
Continents. Yeah.
Bro, we were in Malaysia and we have
They move time zones, bro.
Yeah.
Like you would literally have to coordinate, like, so it's gonna be like 6 p.m. for you, 9 p.m. for me.
Yeah.
We can like
call at this time. Yeah.
Like
I don't think people will fucking understand that.
the time zones.
But like we were in Malaysia, friends from across around the world, Europe, US, and then we had one friend go back to Europe, one kid go back to South America,
the US,
bro. And keep in mind we're in Southeast Asia, bro.
Like,
if we had the money,
were literally in every single
yeah. And what's crazy is that down the fucking line, down the years, we haven't seen them 2 or 3 years, and then we fucking reconnect in like a middle ground, like we have like you know what I mean.
Texas.
I hate to say it, but yes, it's mostly
It's
Texas.
yet to be like I'm down for a Euro trip, but it's yet to be because
try, bro.
the 3 of us are in the same same exact state. Like that was lucky, obviously. Like that was a big part of like why college was a little better for me. At the start at least, the transition, because I never had that whole like literally having to go somewhere where I don't like ripped apart from my friends and then going somewhere where I don't know anyone.
Yeah. I mean,
like I at least had some.
But like it gets us used to it.
Yeah.
Like it builds like that fucking like mental strength to fucking like. It also helps you reset. Like if you were a whack ass kid in the country before, you move countries, bro. Like
fresh start. Bro.
Yeah.
It's like
people don't know your past fuck ups.
It's literally like pushing fresh start on COD, bro.
Yeah.
Same shit. Like you literally like a snake. You get the opportunity to shed your skin and like just start again, bro.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, So like you could have been like the nerd at one school. Like you could have been that kid, the weird kid, and then you could have been like, you know what, in my new school,
yeah,
and like make it happen. Like I was never the nerd. I'm not speaking from experience here. I know you think I am, but I'm not. I was like the one who got bullied for being,
I don't think you were really that.
No. I mean, I was never like fucking tormented. Like.
We have stories about that, by the way. But, yeah. I think that's a good, point to end our podcast, episode 1 at.
Exactly.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed listening to our story.
A lot of juicy stuff.
Yeah, but we have a lot more to talk about. A lot more. From fucking Malaysia to fucking Texas to fucking, like, all parts of the world. There's always going to be stories from us. So stay tuned, for episode 2.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We got plenty of stories for you guys.
Yeah.
So
I'm Hariz.
I'm Daniel Shapano, and that's a wrap, baby. Episode 1.